Morning, everyone. Oh, it's a bit horrible and wet and windy out this morning, isn't it? So, if you're going outside today, make sure you've got your coat on and make sure you try and keep as dry as you possibly can. What we're going to have in school, and we've already got, is all the windows open, haven't we? We've already got all the windows open, and one or two people have said to me, "Oh, Mr. Coughlin, it's quite cold in school. When are we turning the heating on?" Well, we will turn the heating on, but we will also be keeping the windows open. So it's really important that you come to school when the weather gets a bit colder than it is now with the right clothes on, and that you keep nice and snug and warm in school. Well, it's been a really good week. Again, you've done really, really well with loads of things this week. And we've got some new people, particularly in year six, with some new jobs. So we've got 13 new ambassadors and we've got 8 new house captains. Now, what's a bit tricky is finding jobs for them to do at the moment. I'm just going to take this off. But Miss Bourne and I have been working on it, and we will be sorting out the jobs for ambassadors, and they will be getting their fleeces soon, so look out for them around school. And we will also work out exactly how the house captains are going to do things. So well done to those 21 year sixes. Can I just say to year six, I think you've done an amazing job settling in as a new year six. I think you've really stepped up. And I know that some of you were disappointed that you didn't get a job as a house captain or as an ambassador. And that's tough, isn't it? It's a tough thing to take. But try not to think any worse of yourself. Sometimes through not getting something, it makes you even more determined to get the next thing. And I know all of those wonderful ambassador letters that I had, I could have chosen all of you. I would have happily chosen all of you. So you all did a great job. But we were limited and we had to pick a certain number. So one of the things house captains obviously do is count house points. We're trying to work out ways they can do that without having to go to each of the classes. But we have been adding up the house points. So at the moment, fire have 5 counters. Air, 1, 2, 3, 4, have 7 counters. Earth have 6 counters. And water have 12 counters. So at the moment, water, you guys are in the lead. So as I say, I've been really, really pleased with everyone around school, how well you've been doing, how well you're moving around school and how sensible you're being. Here's something I want you to try and do. I want you to try and say thank you to someone today. Every one of you. Everyone. Thomas, I want you to do it. Ollie, I want you to do it. Daisy, I want you to do it. I want every one of you to say thank you. And I want you to say thank you to a grown-up in school. Now, that grown-up might be someone who's out on break duty with you, thanking them for being outside if it's a bit wet and it's a bit windy. It might be in the lunch hall if someone hands you their lunch or helps you get to the table with your lunch or helps get your drink or your fruit for you. You might say thank you to them. You might say thank you to your teaching assistant at the end of the day for helping you out with so many things. You might say the same to your teacher. You might say thank you to Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams has done an incredible job keeping our school ready for being a bit different, and he worked so hard. So if you see Mr. Williams, say thank you. It might be one of the ladies in the office, because they again do so many brilliant things to keep our school going. So if you see one of them, say thank you. So your job today is to say thank you to at least one person. Now this week I've put a couple of new videos on. Whoops. One of them was Mix It Up, which is from the same person as Press Here. So you haven't watched that yet. It's really good. It's about how to mix colours and about how to make lovely splodges Okay, it's really good, this one. And the other one, really for older people in year 4, 5 and 6, is Varjak Poor by S.F. Said. And I've read the first chapter of that, and it's really quite exciting. It's all about cats. It's just a great read, that book. So make sure you watch that, and maybe you'll be interested in reading more. I am going to, I'm sure lots of you know, it's the start of Black History Month, which is a really important thing that we do in school. I think it's, what we need to think about is it not just being a month. It's really important that we think about everyone's history, because when we think about things and how they've changed over the years, often lots of important black people in the past have been ignored, and that's really, really important that that stops. And so I will be doing an assembly about Black History Month and how we can kind of continue that. One of I think the most important people to do with Black history is a lady called Maya Angelou. She's American. She was a civil rights protester, and this is a poet and a writer, and did loads and loads of really, really important things. And I really like what she says here. She says, "I've learnt that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And there's Maya Angelou. So when we come back to talk in a bit more detail about Black history, we will focus on her and some of her work. So what else have I got to do? I think that's it. That's it. So I hope you have a really good day. Now, it is a bit wet and it's a bit chilly and it's a bit miserable, so, you know, we've got to have another Eddie poem, haven't we, to cheer us up. This one's Eddie and the birthday. When Eddie had his second birthday, he got lots of cards, and he had a cake and all kinds of presents, and we sang Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Eddie, and all that. He liked that very much, so he goes, "More, sing it again." So we sang it again. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Eddie, and all that. And he goes, "More, sing it again." So we sang it again. Happy birthday to you, da-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. And he goes, "More, sing it again." It felt like we sang Happy Birthday about 223 times. And the candles on the cake, he loved them. Eddie blow, he blew. And the moment he blew it out, he wanted more. More candle. So we light them. More Eddie blow, Eddie blew. More candle, we light. More Eddie blow, more candle. That felt like 223 times as well. And he loved the cards. Everyone who sent him a card seemed to think he'd like one with big pictures of fat animals, elephants and hippos. He got about 10 of them. Imagine your second birthday and everyone sends you pictures of hippopotamuses. Maybe they think he is a hippo. Anyway, he had a nice birthday. Next day he gets up, comes downstairs, and he looks around. And he goes, "More happy birthday." So I go, "That was yesterday, Eddie." "More happy birthday." "But it isn't your birthday. I mean birthday." "More happy birthday." Now, you don't cross Eddie. He has rages. We call them wobblies. "Look out, he's going to throw a wobbly." And the face starts going red. The arms start going up and down. The screaming starts winding up. He starts jumping up and down. And there he is, throwing a wobbly. So I thought, we don't want to have a wobbly over this one. So we started singing Happy Birthday all over again, 223 times. Then he says, "More candles." "We haven't got any," we say. Of course we had. "More candles." So out came the candles, and yes, Eddie blow. He blew. More candle. And off we go again, 223 times. Then he says, "Letters, more." Well, of course, no one sent him anymore. So while I'm singing more happy birthdays, my wife was stuffing all the cards into envelopes and licking them down. So we hand over all his cards again, and out came all the hippopotamuses again. So he's very pleased. And that's how Eddie had 2 birthdays. Lucky for us, he'd forgotten by the third day. Maybe he thinks when you're 2, you have 2 birthdays, and when you're 3, you have 3 birthdays, and when you're 78, you just got to love those Eddie poems, haven't you, by Michael Rosen. Michael Rosen actually has been not very well because he had coronavirus, but he has got through it. And he is beginning to write again, which is really, really good news. So last thing to say, well done to everyone who has got an award today. Your awards from your class will come through to me, and I will be sending out postcards. Hands up if you've already got a postcard this term. Okay, quite a few of you. I'm sure that every single person will have a postcard by the end of the school year. All right, well done. Have a good day. Remember to say thank you to someone.